You have to use time as one of the factors because Monday and Tuesday work differently. So when you split test ads, and this is including lookalike audiences, you want, when you're testing them against each other, you only want to test that specific component. So you want to use an ad that's already working, and then you duplicate that ad, and then you adjust one thing on the ad to make the adjustment. And that's how you test it. So like, for instance, in your case, when you made a lookalike audience, you would just do a lookalike audience and make no more adjustments. And you would just use the lookalike audiences only. When you make a change, what I always recommend, and I put it in the top here, is I always recommend you make a duplicate right here. When split testing against each other specific components to the ad that is already working. So if it's already working and it's working okay, if it sucks, right? If it's $15 a lead, $20 a lead, and your average is $7 a lead, then it's no good. So just get rid of it. But if it's already doing okay, but you just want to make it a little bit better, it's important to duplicate the ad first, then make adjustments on the new duplicate. So don't adjust it in the ad. If the ad's already working okay, you don't want to adjust it in the actual ad. You want to create a duplicate and test the duplicate. I go based off of a $15. If I don't get any lead by $15, then I need to change it. It's not working. I would look at the ad. I would look at the ad set. I'd look at the overall campaign, but I'm going to look at clicks. If it's a video, I'm going to look at video views. I'm going to diagnostic it if there's a lot of clicks, but no submissions. And then I got to funnel it starting at the ad itself. Starting at the ad, if the ad set is right, you got to look at the ad set if it's too broad. But if you're using a past ad set that's worked, a past audience that's worked, and now whatever reason this isn't working, I've used that information to make my decision. Be like, okay, well, if the ad set worked here, but the ad's not working anymore, well, something's wrong with the ad. There's got to be an issue with the ad. Let me see if it's maybe it's the content, maybe it's the copy, maybe it's the form. So you got to look at all the aspects. And that's, I want an extra 1 or 2 deals a month. So that's kind of like my goal. And I know I'll get at least 1 or 2 a month. And that's how many leads I can kind of handle. But when I'm just starting a new campaign with that in mind, I say, okay, my budget's $500. If I don't have any other campaigns going, right? Maybe I have another campaign. I got to pull money from this campaign to put in this campaign, right? Or maybe I'm adding money. Those are all factors too, right? So you got to put those in account. But if my budget's $500 and I have no other campaigns running, I'm going to spend $2 to $5 a day testing it. You have to use time as one of the factors. Time is a factor because Monday and Tuesday work differently. There's a billion users on Facebook, but they're not all on Facebook the same day. So you want to use time for you, not against you. And if you start to try to manipulate the market, putting a lot of money up front and you get a lot of results right away, but you might not get results next week or tomorrow. You need to be aware of that. And what I teach is I teach doing it over a series of time, not a series of dollar amount. It's not after $100 you'll know, or after $50 you know. I mean, I could give you kind of an idea. Hey, after $100 you'll know if you spend $2 to $5 a day. So that's going to take you 10, 20 days. Then you'll kind of know. You'll know before that, because if you don't get a lead and $15 is spent, then you scratch the ad completely. So that's the factor. It's I let it run. I get that data for 10, 20 days spaced out. And then I use that data. But during that period, I have a stop and it's $15. If I don't get a lead and $15 is spent, or if I only got one lead and I've already spent Maybe I spent $10 to get that one lead, but the second lead comes in, and all of a sudden, if I spent $60 for two leads, I would have stopped that campaign and got a new one based off your industry for sure. Some industries, like my sellers in real estate, I would say that goes up to maybe like, $40, $50 a lead, because sellers are a little bit more just the way they are. They're more scarce, they're worth more. But your industry, based off the results we've been getting, I would definitely say, look, just let it run 10 days. That's why you got to plan ahead. And the events could work. And we know the events could work, but it's better to have this foundational campaign first, because then when you do the event, you could then use that data to target the right people in that area. The image or video and content. The first gate is the ad stuff. So in the beginning, I test a lot more ads. In the beginning, I'll test 5, 10 ads. And the main thing I'm looking at is clicks. And if it's a lead generation, I look at form, how many leads we got, because that's an indication of how well the ad is doing. I use a broad audience, and then I pick out which one of those ad is the best. And then I utilize the lookalike audiences and all that to then pinpoint the audience to then track that ad that's working good. Once I find that ad and the ad audience that's working good, then I slowly test it again with some other creatives while I'm building my campaign, doing the retargeting campaign and things like that. Hi, I'm Zachary D'Amato, founder of a2z123Marketing.com, the company that shows you the real side of marketing. No fancy tricks, just showing you A to Z in simple as 1, 2, 3. If you like the information you just heard, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe so you can get notifications, and it helps the algorithm so we can show this information to more people like you. And thanks again for watching.